Children across much of Africa are to be vaccinated against malaria in a historic moment in the fight against the deadly disease. Malaria has been one of the biggest scourges on humanity for the millennia and mostly kills babies and infants. Now, having a vaccine after more than a century of trying is among the medicine's greatest achievements. We spoke to medical expert or a health expert, Prof Leo Mutesa, about this development. Having this vaccine after a very long time, I believe it is one of the breakthroughs that we've had this year. What does it mean for the African continent?
Actually, this vaccine is really a very big achievement for the continent because it comes after several years of research and failures. So it comes just on the right time where we still have the pandemic. I mean, the epidemic, which caused a lot of mortality on the continent. So this is really a big achievement, and we hope this will just change the way we have been just managing the malaria disease here on the continent.
Absolutely. We know that this vaccine has come at a time, of course, we had COVID-19 vaccine that was created at a very fast speed. But then how safe or how efficient is this particular vaccine that will be administered, especially because we know Africa was one, and sub-Saharan Africa especially, was affected by malaria?
Actually, this vaccine, when you look at the research outcome from this, the clinical trial for this vaccine, it has really respected all phases for vaccine clinical trials. So it shows a lot of efficacy and effectiveness, and it has been under trial for different groups of African population with malaria, affected by malaria. These groups including children, pregnant women, and also other adults who have been just affected by malaria. So it's really a vaccine with very nice findings, which are reliable. And of course, when you compare to the fact that it took almost 6 years to be designed, when you compare to COVID-19 vaccine, it's quite different because the technology for designing this vaccine is completely different from some of the technologies that have been used to design the COVID-19. Having said this, this vaccine is just a vaccine which has been designed based on the traditional conservation technology that we knew, which is the technology that used the virus or the parasite. In this case, it's parasite with the attenuated virulence or competence. That means that it can't really be harmful for the person. So, yeah.
So, Professor Mutesa, can we conclude or safely conclude that in the near future we could be having vaccines, say for HIV and Ebola, saying that this has always been one of the biggest threats in Africa?
Yes, of course. Even for Ebola, we already have a vaccine from Johnson & Johnson, which is also being given to the population. But this is just to show that there have been a big step in technology for designing the vaccines. So in the near future, maybe we'll be able just to design other types of vaccines for different diseases that we have, not only malaria, Ebola, but especially HIV, which is also one of the bad disease here on the continent.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, sir, for making time to be with us this evening.
Thank you very much.
That was Professor Leo Mutesa, who is a health expert, explaining more about the just made malaria vaccine.